Jim, thank you for reaching back out and letting us know that your latch bolt situation worked out well. To recount the story, you have a client who inherited a 5400 series Yale grade 1 knob, which they discontinued that knob in a grade 1. And your client wanted to reuse that lock, but when the client called you to perform the installation, you discovered that the lock was packed with a 2 3/4 latch bolt, and the door was prepped for a 2 3/8. So I contacted Yale, and they confirmed that the latch bolt from their grade 2 lock would be compatible with that grade 1 lock. And obviously, this is a residential application, and your client's requirements for a grade 1 lock is of course not required. So we pulled the latch from the 5300 LN series, which is where we get the 380N part number. Somewhere here we go. 380N. So that's the 2 3/8 latch bolt from a grade 2 lever. But you stated that lock must work for wood doors only, and that's not actually accurate. And the reason I say that is because as we pull up the Yale installation instructions link from their website, they do still have installation instructions here, so that, let's see if they even, well, they do a bit show us these tangs that you're referring to, and they're like right there and right there. So obviously I'm getting the impression that you had a metal clad door, or you have a commercial hollow metal door. I imagine residential it's just a metal clad door. And yeah, that can be quite frustrating when you don't have the proper prep. A wood door, obviously, those little sharp tangs are going to bite into the wood, and that's meant to help anti-rotation. You're turning that knob over thousands of uses, and that grade 1 lock, it's been tested to 1 million uses, so who knows what it will actually go to, probably several million. But all hollow metal doors, all commercial metal doors, will always have this small semicircle at 3 and 9. They always will. If they don't, then, and if it's a commercial metal door, that's probably a door that was customized. But they will always have that. What you could have done was taken a small rat tail file and just work that hole. But I bet you probably had a wood core happening in there as well, and you said, well, that's just a lot of work for no reason. And there have been times when I have, either ground or bent those tangs out of the way because it was not practical to prep the door for that preparation. You could have, drilled a small hole, etc. But yeah, a metal clad wood core door, or a some sort of polyurethane core metal clad door, a thin gauge steel door, no, it will not be prepped for that. But you're always going to see those little semicircles, those little ears, those accommodations at 9 and 3, and any template that you pull up would certainly would most certainly refer to that as well. Let's see if we can quickly prove that. What's interesting here is they're not giving us any templates for their cylindrical locks. So what we can also do is take a look at another manufacturer's lock, such as Schlage, and in their master template index, if we were to pull up one of their knob locks, like a A53, these are deadbolts, which don't, of course, take those preps. The AL series does not, because an AL series has lever through bolts. Deadbolts, okay. Here we go. So this is an interconnected lock. It would certainly work for the application that we're talking about. A template that for a lock that has those tangs will always have that sort of feature there. 1.56 5/32 of an inch. Slots on outside for anchor pins on roses. So Schlag's calling those an anchor pin, is what those are. But at the end of the day, they are intended to work for both. And if you bump into that again, either do the preparation in the door, or which is what I would recommend you do, because that does substantially help keep the lock chassis in place when it's bolted. You got your inside plate here, and you're going to bolt it. It's going to be bolted to that, to your outside preparation. It really does help keep that from rotating, and that's the purpose that they're there. Thank you very much for responding back, and we look forward to earning your future consideration. Thank you.